Chris, I know belligerents never agree that or accept that or concede that they're losing a fight. But when you launch this war, or let me put it this way, when you engaged, the goal was to be in Buea. Correct me if I'm wrong.
The goal still remains the same, to be in Buea.
So if you're not in Buea, how are you winning?
We are absolutely winning. If I may turn it around to you, how long did it take Sudan, South Sudan, to get autonomy and then independence? How about?
So now the things this way they happen. Chris Anu, and Sako, we then collect 2 million for our people then for my trip to Buea. With the promise, say 1 year they will give you independence on 3 months. So they'll give you independence in 3 months. Now then this, it talks say the one who do begin the fight now forever. After they don't take that money, embezzle them, chop that money. These are the real traitors who have betrayed our people on the ground. Young boys join Amazonian fighting with the hope that weapons will come from my trip to Buea. We campaign for that project. We contribute to that project. This church rat, this cold-blooded killer, whose brother is responsible for the killing of chiefs, innocent soldiers for domination only, not to liberate our people. They come and they want our people to be in a perpetual state of war and violence forever, as long as it takes. Because the church rat who could not have a job is now eating money from the struggle. He has said it clearly. They should give him money. He will eat the money. He has said it. It's not like something he's hiding. So look at the example he's given. Somalia. No, he gives the example. Let us forget Somalia because that is not a good example. It is an example of how a country can win a war and they don't even have independence, even though they control their land. Amazonia cannot, first of all, compare with Somalia. Somalia, they have thousands of men. Even here in Canada, I meet Somalia people who go down to fight because they have created a united front. They collaborate with each other. They fight to defend their homeland, not fighting against each other like us in Amazonia. We don't, first of all, have the weapons to compare with Somaliland. We don't. We don't have that firepower. We don't have that technical know-how. On the battlefield, our forces are not disciplined. They don't have that technical know-how to be effective in operations. So we should know that one. There is no comparison. Even compare with Southern Sudan. Southern Sudan have a whole battalions in the army of Sudan that switch sides to fight with them. You know, the Field Marshal Riek Machar was a commander in the Sudanese army. He switched sides to fight and defend his own people. In our own fight, how many Cameroon army have joined us? Ayeke will be talk say join, we will all know say it will be Namvum. Ayeke they be driving for army, it be down. If you be disciplined for Cameroon army before you can join we. Before you even come, without already the fight on top of it. So how many of our own people they join me for fight? Our population, they don't even want to hear about Amazonia for the most part. Because of all people like Chris Anu. How can you even compare us with Southern Sudan? Now, a cosh for Southern Sudan. So you compare with Southern Sudan. Southern Sudan, they will be united behind their own leader. For our own man, the fight. Chris Anu the fight now for make a TV station. Ayabacho the fight now say they no agree with Seko. Even na independent the Randina. Sako the fight you wanna say na he go dey because we na see na trouble una no be done this year. We not be compare with any country. The intensity for our fight is over small. We buy 2 AK, we go show them for road, we will shout to stay we don't buy them. Now you don't already been a commander in chief because you don't buy 2 AK. We raise fund, I mean the highest fund would raise another 2 million. Now how much you been a grano would gather them. Somaliland, I know how much one businessman for Somaliland they put up a table for fight war. For 1 week. We know how much. So may we not begin to deceive ourselves. The intensity of our war, warrant, if it lead us to the expected result we want. The time we forfeit win this war, it will be a combination of our force and resistance on the ground and our appeal to the conscience of the international community that look at the brutal nature of the regime. Look at how they are burning down villages. We could make that compassionate case in a very effective manner. It was effective until we started killing our own people because thieves like Chris Anu and Sako came into the scene. Murderers like Ayabacho came into the scene. Start with embezzlement, killing soldiers, fighting for domination, and no collaboration could work. Our soldiers become the solution and turn to start kidnapping people. Activists who don't have brain were even encouraging soldiers to kidnap people as a means to survive to fight war. So we undermine the very independence that we're fighting for because we have egoistic people who are suffering from peacock syndrome that could not put the people first. Today they want to compare us with Eritrea. How can you compare us with Eritrea? Can we even compare with 1/4 in Eritrea with the amount of weapons that they have? How many international supporters do Eritrea have? They have industrial companies that produces weapons and supply it to them. They have the capability to build their own weapon. Our own small capability to make even gunpowder. You people will go and report. Barrister Frujonso in America said that anywhere that we buy a weapon, if it is not their own group, he will go and report that group. He will encourage people to go and report. So how can we win a war? How can we even compare? Then you look today, you have the killers, the murderers, the murderers of our people, the killers. Ayabacho, Lucas Asu, and Julius Ni. I will report him to the university, let them fire him, know that he's a killer. They come out to say that Norway and Spain have recognized Palestine. It means that they are going to recognize us. These people are really, we have to really understand. We must be frank and fair with our people to make progress for them. How can you compare Amazonia with the Palestinian? Palestinians, even though they have been, most of the groups have been declared as terrorists like Hamas, even that Hamas, which is a satanic group, they don't kill Palestinians. They give food to the Palestinians. They organize the Palestinians. They are united. They go and attack Israel and come back home. As bad as it is, they don't attack their own people. But with us, we've spent time killing our own people, kidnapping our own people, doing all this atrocity, having excessive lockdown, and you want to compare our struggle with Palestine? Look at the whole Arab world behind Palestine. Everywhere they are protesting. How many African countries have you seen them talking about Amazonia? Even the guy in Kenya, in Punchline, this news guy, he came to talk about Amazonia. I called the guy to talk to him. At that time, I was working with Ayabacho. He said, no, I don't want to hear about that man. That Ayabacho is a very wicked man. They have told him everything already. So our own leaderships spend time to blackmail each other in the international community. Blackmail each other to journalists, even small people like journalists. Not because it will help them politically, simply because they want to be popular and they don't want any other person for them. It is a fight for dominance. We cannot compare our struggle with any struggle in the war. We have demonstrated the level of primitivity, backwardness in this struggle that me, myself, I'm shocked. At every turn and twist, we try to adjust and even fix the leaders who were there when the struggle started to look good, to arrange the struggle. They will still spoil it. So, it is an insult to compare our struggle with all this comparison that they make. There is no comparison. So there are asked Chris Ano, and at this thing that this boy done spoil this struggle, where they start beginning to attack people them because they know obey goes down, simple things.
Taking them to so that they can give money. I can't call it kidnapping. Just taking them, please come and give money so that they survive. We have people that have been taken. They go to an amba camp. They themselves say, hey, they come and say, Mommy, I saw these boys in their camp, what they eat, how they live. Please sponsor. Yes, we've had successful stories of people who claim that they have been kidnapped. When they went to an amba camp, they came back, they changed because they saw the condition in which these fighters were living. They saw the food that they were eating. Fight and live a chop. You did not chop, you don't feel run. You don't chop, you eye to the tonsil. You don't chop, you don't feel fight. So why would they give gun? We give this in. We know things also of the chop and fight and the chop. So sometimes we want to just castigate about issue of kidnapping. We must try to also be, yes, we castigate, yes, it's not good. But sometimes you know, because we've had successful stories of people who go to a camp and come back. Listen, they have to feed, they have to live. So they will use other means to live, to feed. So sometimes don't criticize. We criticize, okay, not good. But we have people who have gone there and come back and tell us good stories. Listen, I thought I was kidnapped, but once I saw, say, please, kidnap me more. Kidnap me more. So this is the white man come with language, kidnapping. It's that you do wrong and we arrest you. You say we kidnap. No, the arrest. We are not arresting you temporarily. Temporarily arrest. Then we leave you. So we understand the kind of kidnapping is very negative. You know, our enablers use the word kidnapping. It's not kidnapping. They arrest you temporarily to beg you for money that people need to feed because they need to survive. They need to survive.